and it is a possibility that I might be interacting with the viewers who are watching the live chat right now. But if you're looking for the live chat, it doesn't show up for like 10 hours after the stream is over. So I wouldn't wait if you're just going to watch this video. Anyway, it's not going to be a long video. Hopefully, it's 10 minutes or less. Listen, if you notice the title of the video, it has something to do with the word title. It says title 42 ends. What the heck is that? Right? It it has something to do with uh immigrants, on the border or something, where they can get, send people back to their countries or something because of the pandemic, and they had implemented it during the pandemic, right? But now it's ending. And why is this important? Because, see, if you've been watching my videos, you know that everything has to do with the 42. This uh, Seattle event that I've been predicting for years now. Okay, but like I said, 2022 was the most likely year for this events to occur, and we're here now. Okay, so listen carefully. If you don't know, pay attention. Elvis Presley has something to do with this uh, Seattle event that's going to occur around June 11th. Okay, now uh, Elvis, he died at the age of 42. Okay, and Seattle is in Washington State, and Washington is the 42nd state. Okay, so that's two connections so far. Elvis being 42 and Washington being the 42nd state where Seattle is. So Elvis was known as the King. Seattle is in King County. Okay. Now, and interestingly enough, today, when I, right now, it's almost April 5th, but it's actually April 4th, 4/4 still, while I'm doing this video. And 4/4 is the day Martin Luther King was assassinated, supposedly, right? And Seattle's in King County, like I said, and it's named after MLK now. It used to be named after a different king, and MLK was killed on 4/4 in Memphis, Tennessee, where Elvis lives. So the king had the king taken out because there can only be one king, right? Elvis wants to be the king. So anyway, so uh, get back to the 42. So um, Seattle, Washington's initials, SW, equals 42. S is the 19th letter, W is the 23rd, makes 42, right? And Seattle's in Washington, right? And Washington's original birthday was 2/11. They changed it to 2/22. February 11th is the 42nd day of the year. Okay. And um, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that, hold on one second, let me just check this. I don't want to give wrong information here. I believe that from Washington's birthday now, 220, they changed it to 2/22, right? From that birthday to today, 4/4, let me see. It's 42 days. Another great coincidence. So from Washington's, you know, the day they celebrate his birthday, not the original birthday, 2/22 is what they celebrate. From 2/22 to today, 4/4 is 42. You see? Now, um, what else here? Well, if you don't know my videos, listen carefully. So June is the 42nd state. I mean 42nd month. And you're probably saying, what are you talking about? Listen, June is the 6th month, right? So if you were to go around again, instead of it being the 6th month, if you count 12 months forward, it'll be the 18th month. And if you count 12 months forward, it'll be the 30th month. If you count 12 months forward, it'll be the 40th month. I mean, the 42nd month. Okay, so what I'm saying is June is the 42nd month if you did it like that. All right, instead of going back to start over again, you keep going up with the numbers. Okay, so June is the 42nd month. And look, I've explained it in my other videos if you don't know what the heck I'm talking about. Um, the name Elvis, him and his identical twin Jesse, they their names equal 67, both of them, and 6 times 7 equals 42. And 67 is the first number that equals 162 in gematria, and the 162nd day of the year is June 11th. Okay? So their names equal 67, and 67 is the first number that equals 162 in gematria. And 162nd day of the year is June 11th. Now, what is the backwards date of June 11th? June 11th's backwards date is July 22nd because, like I said, June 11th is the 162nd day of the year. July 22nd is 203 days left. I mean, 203rd day of the year. So if you put those two dates together, 162 and 203, that's 365 days, which makes 1 year. That's how you know what the backwards birth date or birthday or date is of a certain date. So June 11th's backwards date is July 22nd. All right. And how many days are in between June 11th and July 22nd? 42 days. Okay. Do you understand? And that's the only date, by the way, that does that. That's the only backwards date of a date that it does that. It can't do it with any other date. So if you get any other dates backwards date, it would be higher or lower. It cannot be 42. It's the only one that's 42. Do you think that's a coincidence? You're crazy. All right? Because you don't understand. Uh, all of this information came after I made my predictions, not before. Okay, that's right. There's 42 months that the Antichrist reigns. In the Book of Revelation. That's right. And I'm reading what someone told me because I forgot that. Yeah. And what else? Man, there was another thing. Oh, Elvis was the first person to take an injection on live television. He took it on Bill Gates's birthday, his first birthday, Bill Gates's first birthday in 1956, October 28th. And Elvis was the first famous person to take an injection. He took the polio injection. And the guy who invented the polio injection was born 42 months to that day, 42 years, I'm sorry, to that day that Elvis took it. So Elvis took it 42 years after the guy was born. He also was born on Bill Gates' birthday, the day Elvis took the injection. And where does where was Bill Gates born? Seattle, where the Space Needle is. And Elvis was the first famous person that had anything to do with the Space Needle. He made a movie as soon as it opened. In 1963, it opened in 62, but he was filming it in during that time. So what I'm trying to tell you is that Elvis is fully and totally connected to the June 11th date and to Seattle and to the needle. Okay? Let me just try to catch up to the chat. I mean, let me look at the chat while I'm thinking what I'm going to say next. Hold on. Oh yeah, and the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy movie, whatever the heck, or a book, whatever it was. I don't know. I've never seen it, but it says that it's the answer to the universe, the number 42. All right, and of course you had Chadwick Boseman, who died, the actor who played in the Panther in the Jackie Robinson movie. Jackie Robinson wore the number 42. Okay, his name was Jackie Robinson. Okay, he's got the son in his name, Jackie Robinson, and the guy who played him, Chadwick Boseman, died. I've done videos about it. Now, because of the pandemic, they changed Jackie Robinson Day to August 29th for that 1 year only. And that's the day that Chadwick Boseman died. I mean, you can't even make this stuff up, man. You see what I'm saying? Just for that particularly, just because he wore the number 42, and the guy who played him, who played Robinson, was Boseman. When did Chadwick Boseman die?
Chadwick Boseman died on August 28,
Yeah,
2020,
it was August
and the place of
28th.
death is Los Angeles.
Sorry, I said August 29th. August 28th is when they did Jackie Robinson Day in 2020. When was Jackie Robinson Day in 2020?
In the United States of America, Jackie Robinson Day was on Friday, August 28, 2020.
See, that's the day that Chadwick Boseman died. And he played in the movie 42. You get it? And he dies on the guy's birthday. Come on, man. Just common sense, people. This was all, scripted from beginning to end right there. All these coincidences. Do you understand? Like I said, I could go on all day with this. Washington lived in Mount Vernon. That was his compound. And Elvis's dad's name is Vernon. Okay? And how many Mount Vernons are there across the earth? Let's ask. How many Mount Vernons are there in the earth, across the earth? How many Mount Vernons are there in the world? Yeah, I'll just have to show it to you. It won't say it. You see? 42. Can you read it? There are 42 places called Mount Vernon in the world. Can you believe this? Let's ask how many there are in America. How many Mount Vernons are there in America?
33 places. According to KRCG, in all, 33 places in the United States are named Mount Vernon, 42 around the world.
I mean, you can't even make this stuff up. I told you. And you know how important the 33 is, to these people. It's the number of ascension, you know what I mean? Because they're mocking God because Jesus was crucified at the age of 33 and he rose from the dead at 33. They love to mock God, everything they do. Anyway, so why am I bringing all this up? All right, so everything I just told you was because I was trying to tell you about this thing that they're saying. Listen, look at the headlines. Okay, it's something to do with Title 42. Look at the headline. It says, what happens after Title 42 is gone? You see that headline? That's basically, they're trying to tell you what's going to happen after, Seattle, Washington is destroyed. That's what they're trying to say here, And there's another headline that said a massive wave of immigrants after Title 42 ends or something like that. Massive wave, It's trying to warn us about what's coming because Title 42 is ending on May 23rd. Let's ask when May 23rd, that's when this Title 42 thing ends. What number day of the year is May 23rd?
143rd day. According to Wikipedia,
Pay attention.
May 23rd is the 143rd day of the year in the Gregorian calendar. 222 days remain until the end of the year.
222 days is the backwards of May 23rd. May 23rd is the 143rd day. 222 is the backwards. So again, it connects to not only Washington's birthday, because Washington's birthday is 222, and the backwards of this is the 222nd day of the year. So it's a 222. Anyway, and what year are we in? 222. And how many years has it been since Washington died? 222 years it's been. Okay? It's just, like I said, I could go on all day with these connections. But I just want to tell you that that it's basically a warning. That's what they're doing with this Title 42. And by the way, there was a couple of things that happened between 4-2 and 4-4 on television. There was some kind of mass shooting up here near Sacramento or something. Because, I live in California, in Glendale, California. But supposedly up north in Sacramento, there was a mass shooting. And there was connections. I'm waiting for more info on it before I start talking about it. What else? I'm trying to think. What else I got? Oh, and today I heard on the news that Barack Obama is going to the White House tomorrow, which is today now, because it's already 4-5 now. Because when I started this video, it was 4-4 here in America, in California. Now it's 4-5 because it's after midnight. Oh no, it's not after midnight yet. It's 11:45. Sorry, we're still on 4-4, the date. So today we heard that Obama is going to the White House tomorrow for the first time. He's going to be back at the White House, and tomorrow's 4-5. And I told you that 44 and 45 is Trump, because he's the 44th person to be president and the 45th actual president to take office. So he's 44 and 45. And of course, Obama is the 44th, right? And 44th actual president, but he's the 43rd person to take office. But anyway, so everything's about the 44-45, because it's been 44 years since Elvis died, and it's going to be 45 later on this year after my two predictions. So it's between 44 and 45 years. And you got Obama coming in. We hear about it today. 4-4 comes in tomorrow, 4-5 to the White House. And I told you, Trump is the 44-45 president, and Trump's going to get his head wound on August 4th in Ohio. Okay? And August 4th is Obama's birthday. Do you get it? You see what I'm saying? What's the chances of him coming into the White House tomorrow on the 4-4-45 date? Anyway, so I just want to make sure you look, if you're new to the channel, all this information I'm giving is going to be overwhelming, because I'm not even really showing it. I'm just saying it, but it's all there. I've shown it 1,000 times, if you've watched my videos over the years. But just to let you know, I've never changed my dates. It's always been the same dates and the same predictions. But I told everybody from the very beginning that 2022 was the most likely year. But for sure that this event has to occur before the next president takes office, okay? All these events have to occur, but 222 from the very beginning, I told everybody that this was the most likely year. Anyway, so what else is there? I think that's it. I'm just trying to make you understand, there's a few more 42 connections that I could go on, because 42 plus 42 is 84, and I told you that Trump's going to get his head wound on 8-4, which is Obama's birthday. But the Seattle event is June 11th, and it's all about the 42. So I told you 42 and 42 equals 84, and Trump's birthday is 6/14. 6 times 14 equals 84. Anyway, what else? I think that's about it. Here, let me get, what? I've told this one, but I got to show this again. That way you guys can understand how important this is, okay? And it connects to this 42. Like I told you, this Title 42 thing is ending because they're warning you, okay? Seattle, I told you, Seattle's in King County. It's in Washington State. Washington is the 42nd state. Elvis was known as the king. Seattle's in King County, you understand? And it's named after MLK now. MLK was killed in Memphis, Tennessee on 4/4. Today's 4/4. You get it? Anyway, um, and by the time this video gets loaded, it'll probably end up being 4/5. So to the people who are watching this and gonna say something, right now it's still 4/4. It's 8 minutes before midnight here in California. But check this out. Um, oh man, if I forget, I'm gonna lose my mind. Oh, yeah. Let me show you this. Since we're talking about presidents, because I just told you about the Obama 44-45, Trump 44-45, and Elvis 44-45 years since his death. So, uh, and I told you it's all about the 42 also. Let's see, because I told you Elvis died at the age of 42, right? Um, let's see from Elvis's birthday how many days it is to the 42nd president. Do you know who the 42nd president is? Bill Clinton. Let me show you from Elvis's birthday, the day he's born, to the day Bill Clinton was born. And Bill Clinton was the 42nd president. Watch. Are you ready? So from Elvis's birthday, the day he's born, to the day that Bill Clinton, see, January 8th is the day Elvis is born, to August 19th, the day, to August 19th, 1946, the exact day that Bill Clinton was born. From the exact day of Elvis's birthday to the exact day of Bill Clinton's birthday. Look at the amount of days. Look at that. 42. And Bill Clinton was the 42nd president. You see? And Elvis died at the age of 42. Washington's the 42nd state. Seattle, Washington's initials, SW equals 42. Do you understand how impossible this is, what I'm showing you? Absolutely impossible. Okay? And remember this, okay? That George Bush Jr. was the 43rd president, but he was the 42nd president. He's the 42nd person to become president, but he was the 43rd actual president to take office. Now, what happened during Bush's presidency? 9/11 happened. The next 9/11 is going to be in June, and Bush equals June in gematria, okay? So do you get it? So he's connected to the 42 also, because he's the 42nd person to become president, even though he's the 43rd, this Bush Jr., okay? You understand how impossible this is, what I'm trying to explain to you? All right. Hold on. Forgot what I was going to say now. Wow, just even the I should have showed you the rest of the numbers too. They're incredible on this Bill Clinton thing. Man, this is so shocking. When I look at this, it's just crazy. And George Bush, watch this. See, that's what I want to tell you. I gotta end this video, man. It's too long already. Who was the only sitting president to visit Graceland?
According to Quiz Club, it was the first Grace.
No. That's not right. That's not right. Who was the first president while in office? I think that's what I should be saying. See, the first president to visit after he left was Jimmy Carter, but the first president to, while in office, see, it says, watch, it says President Bush is the first sitting president. Hold on. Let me just real quick. What the heck? I can't find it. Who was the first sitting president while in office to visit Graceland?
According to Quiz Club,
See,
it was the first Graceland tour by a sitting U.S.
No, that's not right. I don't know what I'm saying wrong. See, it keeps wanting to say that, but it goes into detail that it's Jimmy Carter after he left office. Okay. Anyway, so George Bush Jr. was the first president while in office to visit Graceland. And who did he visit Graceland with? Who did George Bush Jr. go to Graceland with? I tell you, man. Who did George Bush Jr. visit Graceland with? Am I not talking right?
According to Elvis Presley's Graceland, Elvis, Australia, Graceland was honored to welcome two world leaders to Elvis' home today. U.S. President George Bush and Japanese Prime Minister Junichiro Koizumi toured Graceland in a historic visit.
So, so he visits Graceland as the only sitting president while in office. Okay, he goes there with a guy named Junichiro. Junichiro. Do you see that? And remember, Bush equals June, and June is when the next, the 6/11 is going to happen, right? And let's find out when this Japanese prime minister that went to Graceland, when he was born. When was Prime Minister Junichiro born? You can't even make this stuff up. Look, he's born January 8th, 1942. So he's got the 42, and he was born on Elvis's birthday, January 8th. You see that? And he visited with the George Bush, because Elvis was born on January 8th. You see? You know what I'm saying? I told you, I could go on and on and on. This is all by memory. I'm telling you this stuff, The only thing I wrote down was the 42 connections, That was about it, this stuff. Because I always forget one or two of them. And I still forgot one. I know there's one missing off of this, but I don't know what it is. Anyway, folks, like I said, I could keep going all day with this. It's too much. It's too much, folks. I know there's something I'm forgetting. Man. Oh, let me just say this part. Hopefully you guys understand. So listen, if you were to do the alphabet backwards, check, when I say backwards, pay attention. If A is the first letter, if you were to say backwards, that means Z would be the first letter. So instead of Z being the 26, equaling 26, Z would equal 1, and A would be 26. So when I'm saying the backwards, that's what I'm saying. So check this out. I told you Seattle, Washington's initials, SW equals 42, right? S is the 19th letter. W is the 23rd letter. Now, if you were to take those letters backwards, the backwards numbers, check this out. Backwards, S would be in the spot of the H. H is the 8th letter. Okay, so S is the 19th letter going forward, but backwards, S would be the 8th letter from Z. See, if you went Z, X, YWVUTS. You understand? So S is the eighth letter, and W, it's the 23rd letter, right, going forward, but backwards, it's the fourth letter. So S is 8, W is 4. You see that? So I'm telling you that Seattle, Washington's gonna get struck. Seattle, Washington is 42, right? SW equals 42, but backwards it's 8-4, the date. I mean, it's got the date of the Trump head wound backwards, you see? I told you it's supernatural. Don't you understand? All of this information came after every single thing. Okay? Every single thing I'm trying to explain to you. That's why. That's why. Why do you think that I won't stop talking about this? Because I know that this is from the Holy Spirit, and it's going to manifest. Unfortunately, because people are not going to listen to me. When this occurs. I mean, I feel bad. I'm just hoping that it's not what we think it is, and it's just some kind of spectacular event where nobody dies. I hope. I hope and pray. But it's still going to be some type of spectacular event. Anyway, all right, folks, I went way over. I was going to do only 10 minutes. It's been 30 minutes already. Oh man, like I said, I just hope and pray. That's all we can do is pray that it's not as big as we think it's going to be. Because if 9/11 was just a, you know, you know what I mean? It's got to be bigger than 9/11, right? What they're going to do. So, and check this out. You remember big explosion that happened on that big explosion that happened in Beirut, Lebanon in 2020. And I'm born in Beirut, Lebanon. And when did it happen? On August 4th. You see? It was a warning, all right? Not only to me because I was born there. It happened on August 4th, Obama's birthday. The day I'm telling you, Trump gets his head wound. But it was a warning about Seattle. What they did over there was a test to see how big this is going to be, because whatever they did there, you know, uh, like I said, it was just a test to see how much explosives they're going to use. That's why I said all we can do is pray, folks. You know, that's all we can do. You're not going to be able to stop what's happening. All we can do is pray that people get out and that it's not as big as we think it's going to be. But it's going to. You can't stop what's coming. I'm telling you. It's. This is something they're not going to change their plans, folks. And yeah, someone's saying fake alien invasion. Yeah, that's fine. Even that's fine. Let it be. Because of course we don't believe in aliens, but what I'm saying is anything's better than something something bad happening. Anyway, yeah, they see Elvis as some kind of superhuman being, a super being. I mean, and they've been talking about Elvis being you know, an alien of sorts. All right, folks. All right, I gotta end the video. Take care, and like I said, I'll leave this video up for at least till June 11th. But we'll see what happens tomorrow. Because tomorrow's the 4/4. I mean, today's 4/4, but it's the 44/45 thing. So let's see if anything happens tomorrow too. All right. And when I say happening tomorrow, I'm talking about like predictive programming for the June 11th Seattle event or for the August 4th Trump head wound. Because I told you I have two predictions, so don't mix them up. All right. To those people who are not paying close attention, June 11th, Seattle, Elvis. August 4th is Trump head wound. All right. And he survives the head wound. And it's 99% says it's going to be in Ohio. But it doesn't matter. What's important is it's going to happen on August 4th. That's for sure. Okay. And like I said, 99% in Ohio. But, you know. Anyway, folks, God bless all of you. And for the people who got in late, make sure you watch from the beginning and watch all the way through. All right. I know it's kind of annoying, having to listen to this, but it's so important that you hear the whole thing, okay? Yeah. Anyway, God bless all of you, and thank you for being in the chat, and everything was good in this chat. There was no there was no trolls. Yeah. All right. Take care and get right with Jesus now, folks. Do it now. Don't wait. All right. Take care. End of video.